Happy 4th of July. It's a work day for us. Our hay is finally getting baled, but I'm not doing it. The baler is fixed, the tractor is not, but we have an amazing neighbor that has come on this holiday to bale our hay for us. So he's out there right now. I'm just feeding quail. Rocky's getting the stacker going, and today is literally going to be all about the hay. So we won't be letting the sheep out, which will change our, I guess technically our evening routine. Ooh. Apparently they didn't eat it all last night. But that means since the sheep aren't going to be able to go out this morning, then they will go out once we get all the hay in, so they will go out this evening. And that brings with it a whole slew of issues, being the 4th of July with fireworks and animals, and we'll get into that later. I need to go roll bales. Bales should look like this. This one needs to be brought over in that line, and that one down there that's laying flat instead of on its side needs rolled. Found Junie's Frisbee. So yes, this bale, the strings should be on the side. So we just flip it. And that's actually a really light bale. Hold on. Yeah, if I was guessing, that's like a 50-pound bale. We try to keep ours around 90 to 100. I'm just sitting out here waiting. I've checked all the rows that they've already got done and just need to wait for them to get a little ahead of me and then go check another couple rows, make sure the bales are upright rather than flat. It's kind of a cushy job right now, and it is a gorgeous day. Okay, so you need to explain what you just did.
Broke a bale and piled it up.
Okay, and what does that do?
Now you're giving away my treat. Anyway, so when I raise the load, the first load up and set it down, it's gonna raise the back of it up and push it towards my stacker so that it's leaning against the stack.
So it doesn't blow out the back end.
So it doesn't blow out the back end. So now the first load and the second load theoretically will start to lean forward. Then by the third and the fourth, I'll start pushing it back so that they start doing that.
Gotcha.
And that holds the butt in place. The boys can still climb this.
Oh, and this is why I was really glad he said he was retiring. And then he chose not to. And granted, he will still always have to do our own hay until we get old enough we can. first stack always seems to take the longest. It's what we call the butt, and it is built different than the other stacks. And it takes a little longer to set down, takes a little longer to get into place. But if that is not set right, your stack will not stay up. Let's go get another load. This just makes me so happy. You can't even imagine. We will have hay. And this has been pretty heavy. So hopefully we'll get a pretty decent stack of it for winter. Now, like I said, they are light, so we may get more hay, but we'll have to feed more. Instead of feeding one bale, we'll have to feed two, since we'll have to make up the difference, but it'll be okay. We have hay. That's all that matters. Found a chain in the dirt. I tried digging around it, but we thought it was laying this way, but I think it's wrapped in a coil, because the more I keep digging, the more I'm pulling this way. So we're just going to hook another chain to it and have him pull it out. You're good. Not even a big chain. It's not even a very big chain.
Well,
but it's pretty rusted.
Got hooks on both ends.
Well, and it's a good one.
It is now.
Oh yeah. Dragging it over. So dragged it from there, around the barn, through here. I pulled almost all the kinks out of it and got rid of all the dirt. Now that the hay is dealt with, we have it all in, or at least that one field done, and water is on the field. Let's talk about tonight. Tonight is the 4th, and there will be fireworks everywhere. There have been for the last couple nights, so this is what we do to, yeah, see, they're already going. Ed is terrified of gunshots, fireworks. Patty is also terrified of gunshots and fireworks. Casper doesn't really care. Casper just kind of does his own thing. Nothing really bugs him. We do a couple things. We used to lock them in the shop, and that was a really bad idea. They made a mess of things. One, they didn't know what the heck was going on. It vibrated in there. It just freaked them out even more. So they destroyed the shop, and then they'd usually bust something or try to break the door. Ned and Casper both actually have learned how to open the door. So now we just leave the door open. they can go in and out as needed. They also have the barn over there, and then behind the barn over here there is another shop. It's a log, it's the log barn is basically what it is, and they can go in there. In fact, Patty prefers to stay in there, and so they have places where they know are their safe places. Now for the sheep. So Patty will either go in the shop right there, or the log barn right there, or she'll lay in here with the quail in, one of these stalls. Ned's already camped out. He's no dummy. Okay, I want to check this fence and the gates that we put up, because we are going to leave the sheep out tonight, and I'll explain why in a minute. We did put locks on both sides. Gates are still shut. They are still tied. So here's hoping for the best. Works are already going off at the lake. Okay, so the reason we are leaving the sheep out back here where they've got like 40 acres to roam is because of the fireworks. We used to keep stuff penned up. I never put anything in the barn. That is like, I know it works for some people, but it is something that we don't do because there is too much that can go wrong. Especially if they're not used to being in a barn, that noise will vibrate through the barn and it will just flip them out. So we don't put anything inside if we can help it. We would prefer them to be out. Now, if you only have a couple acres, it may not work because the fireworks could still scare them and could send them running into a fence. So you have to do what works for you, what you know your animals can handle, and what they are accustomed to. For me, being out on the back 40 is what they're accustomed to. That's why I went and checked that gate, because I don't need a phone call at 7 in the morning saying my sheep are at the neighbor's. So, the gate is closed. They have no way to get over there. And they have plenty of room out here to hide and to roam. Now, the second reason I keep my sheep out here is that they're used to the commotion. Murtaugh Lake is right back there. It is constantly through the summer noise between the music and the boats and the people. My sheep are well aware of the chaos that comes with summer. So for them, they aren't fazed by it. But I would still rather have them out here where they have room to go than in the barn. Even in that pen where I've been putting them, there is always the possibility, because there's not a ton of room. I mean, there's 300 head of sheep, and if they got to running, they could go through something. Out here, if they get to running, there's miles. So this is what's worked for us. Probably won't work for everybody. You need to do for your animals what is best for them and your situation. This is what's best for us and our situation. So, all that being said, it's about 8:30. It's been a long day, but we got one field of hay up. Tomorrow we should get the other field of hay up, and I think I am going to go find a glass of wine and relax out on the back porch and watch all the craziness of the fireworks from there. We are not going into town this year to watch the fireworks because I have no ambition to do so after today. But again, the lake's right over here. There are campers. There are people with fireworks. We have several neighbors around in town that set off a fireworks show. Our town fireworks show was last weekend. And my sheep are already lost. They know. They just know. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, that is going to be it from me. I hope everyone has a happy and safe 4th of July, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.